Morning. Berkay, how you doing? Berkay, how do I pronounce your last name?
Berk, Küçük. My last
Çuçuç.
name. Küçük.
Çuçuç.
I know.
Turkish. Turkish is so
We're
hard to
going to work
pronounce,
on
man.
that.
We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna have we're gonna have to work on that for sure. Yes, we are here for quarterfinal number 2 of the 2025 Men's World Championships. First quarterfinal went as I expected. Italy absolutely slapped the shit out of Belgium. It looks like it wasn't even close. I woke up in the middle of the night, haven't been feeling well. Woke up in the middle of the night, and it was 4 a.m. And I was like, hey, maybe the match will be on. Maybe it'll be worth watching. I looked at the score. It was like the first set was what 25-13, and it was 14-10 as I looked at the score, and I was like, yeah, I'm going back to sleep. I don't need to watch this.
I think in order to beat teams like Italy, Poland to a certain degree, you need to really be able to serve well. And I think the Georgia just figured out their serving. They passed the ball well. They probably studied each of the Belgian players' uh, serving rhythms or serving forms. And
Yeah.
after that, it wasn't even competitive in the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll be back 1 second. I need to go grab something.
All right. Game is about to start. And after that, it wasn't.
Ooh. For some reason, once again, I watch the matches on my old iMac because the screen is way bigger. It's the biggest screen that I have. That's not my television. And for some reason, it's like 10 years old now, and the keyboard, my Magic Keyboard, no longer works via Bluetooth. Oh, maybe that's also because I don't have my Bluetooth on. Maybe that is why.
Probably.
It's early in the morning. It's actually not that early. It's 8 a.m. But I have been battling this terrible cold for the past few days, and it just won't go away. So
Nice
last night,
shots.
ooh, Matic.
Bravo. Uh, how how is the weather in Toronto right now?
The weather in Toronto right now is really rainy. It's pretty warm, decently warm. Yesterday, I think it got up close to the 30s. But yeah, no, the weather in Toronto right now has been super rainy. But I want it to rain right now because I want it to be nice on Friday. On Friday, it's two of my best friends getting married. It's going to be an outdoor wedding, and yeah, and the bride has already told us is like, if we don't have any backup, so if it's raining, we're doing the ceremony and everything outside. So
I attended recently to a similar wedding, and they had some huge umbrella that who can cover all of the
Addis,
tables,
Addis, wow, 4-4 too. Gross. That was a sexy swing.
I need to see that again.
Oh,
Woo!
that was real nice.
Yeah,
Okay, Leon,
and we put them.
whatever you can do, I can do better and harder.
I mean, without our best server, I don't think we can challenge their reception that much.
I thought Addis was your best server.
No, no, it's Mandraja, obviously.
Okay. For those who don't know, FA Mandaracha is out. You said it was a quad injury?
Yep, great too.
Oof.
And especially when you consider its right leg, the leg he got his two ACL injuries, it doesn't even move worth it.
That is not good. Not good for Tukiye.
I mean, his cousin is on the floor right now, and their play times are really similar.
Gochen's his cousin.
Yep.
I'm just gonna start a whole bunch of Alabama jokes now for Turkish volleyball. Ooh. Oh, okay.
and he's fighting
He
very well.
he does look like him. He looks like him on the court, and his face looks like him too. Like
I
he has
think
that long.
they are cousin from their mother's side, but I'm not too sure about it because they don't share same surname.
Like he has that long swing that Madaraja has. Oh, Kurek.
Nice
Oh,
block.
Popivchak.
Nice
Popivchak with
one.
a
Go to
one.
Mirza. Go to
Oh,
Mirza. Come on. That was so obvious.
I'm gonna turn off the commentary. Oh, yeah, like Comenda is all over that ball too. Oh,
Wasn't the previous set, but still. I think especially in the beginning of the game, like we saw it against Belgium versus Italy, you need to be able to be competitive. You
yeah.
you can't let Poland go up 2-3 or something.
You can't get like you have to be like Canada was in the round of 16, where in the first two sets, especially in that second set, they stayed close. You know, they didn't let
Exactly.
Poland get too far ahead, and that's how they were able to. And especially with it like an athletic and physical team like Turkiye, if they're going to be within 1-2 points at the end of that set, then they have an opportunity to really like step in and steal a set.
I don't
Oh,
think
another
Kovac
error.
should. Yep. I don't think Kovac should change any of the game plan. Like, just play Gökçen like he was Mandraja.
Yeah, I kind of agree like that.
Because if you overload this, it can't work against Poland because Poland just covers special areas that he particularly hits well, really well. Commander is a good defender as well, so it's his cross shots won't be that open, and his parallels works perfectly well against any of our opponents so far. But I don't think this can win this match alone. We need to have a secondary wing option.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, so far in this tournament, we haven't really seen Mirza be that number one wing option either. Like he's been kind of hot and cold.
I mean, he's dealing with shoulder injury as well. He can't show right now.
Uh, okay. My original prediction for this match was yesterday was 3-1. Oh,
It's 3-0 right now.
yeah. If this thing goes, then it'll be a really really quick one.
I just hope
Also,
we can win at least one set because if we win at least one set, we'll only lose like 0.001 or something like that world ranking point.
yeah, for sure. It'd also be your job, Berkai, to read any Polish comments in the chat and tell me what they're saying.
Polish? I mean, I know German, but I don't think. Huh, they're speaking Turkish, yeah. Uh, Turan says our chance was already like slim, and now I don't think we have any chance. And
We'll
it's
see.
pretty much the only Turkish
We'll
comments
see.
right now.
It really have to come down for me how well Addis can play. Like if Addis can be up there and be world class, like then there's a shot. Because I don't
Yeah,
think Poland isn't as tight with their execution. That's a really nice run. Poland isn't as tight as their execution as Italy is.
and when we look at Turkey's full of reasons world class matches that we eventually lost, in 2021 Eurovolley against Serbia, in 2022 World Championship tiebreak against USA, and in 2023 tiebreak against Slovenia. It was always Addis only, and our opponents eventually either figuring out or we are making one dumb mistake by, especially from our middles, and they are getting lucky uh, end of sets points.
Mm-hmm.
So if this game going to be like this, yes, it can work. But when we consider in both of 3 years, Mandraja wasn't there. And I think mentally it's very challenging for the team because they had Mandraja for the first time in a major event. And now he's gone.
How much would FA Byram change his team? I know you're maybe not his biggest fan, but do you think he'd add some
Negatively,
depth?
negatively,
Negative.
he affects the team negatively. I mean, he's one of the worst blocker outsides in the world. His reception even worse than Mirza, and it's a achievement for a not too tall, not too physical outside. I mean, if you're like 1.93 centimeter, you need to be able to cast the ball well,
Mm-hmm.
and he
Oh,
can
here we
pass
go.
the ball well. Nice
Oh,
one.
oh, oh, it's a good dig there by Semeniuk.
Yeah.
Oh, is that out?
I mean,
No.
it's blocked. It's just what I said. In a rally that had probably like 10 shots combined, I just took six of them.
Yeah. You definitely need to open up that spacing a little bit.
And I mean, Kohanovsky and Huber on the other side, that cross shots are not possible right now.
That's a really, yeah, arguably one of the best middle pairings in the world.
It's not arguably, it's fact. You can find me any country who has better middle duo.
I mean, Kuba and Biniak.
I don't. I mean, especially in last 3 years, Bieniak is not that elite anymore.
No, well, I would disagree with that. Kokonovsky though, oh, his that cut is so perfect. That cut back to one is so elite. Oh, Berihan with a nice little
Nice
first
shot,
touch there.
very nice shot.
Very, that's textbooked. That's in that last like foot of the court. Yeah, perfect.
I mean, I think future of Turkish volleyball relies a lot on Gökçen right now. Not just this year, but in general.
Ooh.
Because, I mean, Arkas is not in FLA League anymore, so Arkas prospect will need to leave at certain age their B tier team, and they need to find an opportunity to prove themselves in the league, and it's not always possible. And after Gökçen, we don't have that elite outside prospect.
Mm-hmm. I mean, will it come to the fact that like the best young prospects in Turkiye head to Izmir to play for Arcus and at a younger age and then move on?
Yeah, I mean, Gökçen is going to Galatasaray right now, but
Mm-hmm.
I know Galatasaray will rotate a lot. I know Arslan is injured, so they need to have three Turkish players on the court, and Gökçen must play in the league at least, but uh, playing over Maros, Thomas Jeschke is not that easy.
No, it won't be. But there's also going to be foreigner rules there, right? Like,
I mean, his biggest luck is Arslan got injured, and it's pretty serious injury, and he might not return to volleyball ever again after that injury.
wow. Arslan Eksi?
So, yes, So Michael writes that Limburg setter has to play, and if Galatasaray wants to, I mean, uh, Petri has to play. There is no alternative, and one
Yeah,
of Mar or Jeski must play. So that opens Gökçen's
Mar.
opportunity to play at least. But
This
I
match
mean,
has been
yes,
very anticlimactic so far.
yep. On the Turkish side, it's either Adis or Bediran scoring, and there is
Yeah,
no other option, which I
no
don't
other
like.
option.
And Gökçen got subbed out very early. I mean, he was passing the ball all right.
Oh, that's a few
We,
balls that they've swung right into the hands of Tukiye that have just squeezed through for Poland.
I don't think Matic is going to work this match. I would love to see Yiğit Savaş. So after seeing how good Italy was today, do you think they can win against Poland?
That's playing like that against Belgium and playing like that against Argentina is a much different story than playing like that against Poland. You know, um,
Exactly.
I think that like there's so many ways that Italy can push over Poland, and we saw it. Like they did it as exactly as I thought they would. They, if you watch my preview, it's exactly as I said. They they're going to bully them with their serve, and then they're going to block up strong. And I mean, that's why Roberto Russo led them in points, because they just had the ability to completely bully them at the net and completely bully them with their serve and pass, or the serve and block game. Oh, it's from bad to worse here for Tukiye. This is kind of
Yeah,
exactly like the Italian Belgium game that I did not watch.
exactly. I mean, it was
Mm.
pretty much same story because I think Belgian coach just uh, had so much worry against Italy, and he just said, "Sepe, you're not going to start." I mean,
Yeah,
you beat Italy with Sepe.
yeah. I
Why
didn't.
all of a sudden not even giving him any chance?
Kovac not too happy. It seems like right now like Turkey isn't even playing into their game plan. They're just kind of capitulating in front of Poland.
I think team kind of hope that Efe will be eventually will be able to play, but after they got MRI results or something that says no, he can't. Our game plan completely got shut down. So I don't think Kovac had that much opportunity to re-evaluate his
Oh,
game plan. To be honest,
oh my goodness. Addis just with three people in front of him.
because there was interviews Kovac gave to Polish media yesterday that he mentioned our game, how much our game still relies on Adis and Efe to be good.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, we learned the news today. I know that team themselves probably kind of expected that, but it didn't got confirmed until today.
Yeah. Things just going from bad to worse right now with Turkey after that dribbler ace by Kurek. And it has just been a nonstop onslaught for Poland so far here in this first match.
It looks like our VNL games right now,
Oh,
rather than our World Championship or in general. When you look at all of our major competition matches that we got eliminated, we were always competitive and we fought until the end. It
yeah.
wasn't like this.
Yeah. So far, Poland is 11 for 16 in attack with 5 blocks.
I'm not surprised. Do you think the organizers and especially FIVB will reconsider the seeding after this tournament?
No, because I think it's just kind of what happens with these tournaments that you're going to get that type of seeding because like they announced the seeding so early. I think that was
Yeah,
really what happened, and then some things changed because of the VNL, right? And because you're having these changes on like a match to match basis, so much can change in like a weekend where there's a couple of matches that's going to be tight. Oh my goodness, Kukanovsky. But Matic went up with that original ball, and then it was just all the room in the world for Kokonovsky to swing away.
it was so obvious he was going to set that. I mean, my problem is, of course, not with all of the favorites got eliminated in group stage. It was part of the charm of this tournament, but I think right after group stage, especially if that group is competitive rather than the worst one, uh, teams playing against each other once again is not that
It's
commercially speaking, it's not a very good idea.
no, it's not. It's such a silly idea, but it's something that we've seen time and time again from almost every world championship that I've watched. Right? It's the same thing where it's like in the past you like repool with the same people, or it was like last time it was you repool with someone in your group, and then
Yeah,
your own pool is going to play each other in the quarterfinals. It was so stupid. And just like they just continue with this terrible build of a tournament here.
and I think at least before 2021, wait, 2022 World Championship
22,
rules
yeah.
were same or it got
No, it was
changed
different.
after 2000? Yeah. Before that, I think it just gave so much advantage to teams like Brazil and USA and China to a certain degree that had younger generations compared to Italy, Serbia, and some other teams.
Yeah.
That it was a challenge to stay healthy whole tournament
Yeah.
rather than uh, and athletes uh, physical when you consider athletes physicality they can't peak in group stage and when you look at that 6 7 team pools who we used to have it was such a challenge for athletes, especially when you consider like 2010's Turkish women's team that carried by Neslihan all alone. She had to play 7 straight great matches in order to have a result.
Yeah.
And on the other side, teams like USA or Brazil were just rotating their players.
Yeah. It's so interesting because like there's such a weird emphasis on like rule changes in volleyball and like different formats, and yet we can never get it right. Like I'd love to be a fly on the wall when we're deciding some of these format changes in volleyball because they just always seem to be the wildest. Because it's just all the time. Oh, you got Hugh McCutcheon there sitting there with Fabio Azevedo. Maybe they'll tune in and listen to us complain about how bad this tournament is run.
I think there's a very easy solution to this. Just seed the teams to 1 to 8 or 1 to 16 of the group stage and make round robin based on that new seeding after the group stage.
I'm honestly just in favor of like a straight up draw. You know, like you put all the first place teams in one pot, you put all the second place teams in another pot, and then you just draw the quarterfinal or the round of 16 after that. You know,
I mean,
because
it works perfectly well, but right after that, you need to draw it once again.
no,
You shouldn't
what
be doing seedings based on that one thing only, because if you do this, like in this situation, world number one and world number two are in same side of the bracket, and on
okay,
the other side we have.
then you only seed the number one teams and you draw the second place teams. So you don't have a situation where teams are like doing the math and being like, oh, I actually want to finish second here because of, you know, X, Y, and Z,
Yeah,
you know?
I
Yeah.
understand that. Yes.
So I like this has just been way too predictable in so many ways. I also think it's difficult to seed after the first, you know, after the pool play because, you know, there's such a disparity between different pools.
Kahanowski 3 blocks in one set.
I
Volleyball.
mean, when you're looking at this breakdown of stats from the first set, it's a domination Poland. 5 blocks for Poland. They
Exactly.
had an ace. Nothing for Turkiye. Turkiye only managed to produce 10 points of their own in that first set. They're 10 for 25 in attack, hitting a 40% with a 12% efficiency. Mirza has a negative efficiency. Addis is only
Not
22%
surprised.
efficiency. It's a better pass there. So I think one of the big things here, if Turkey can get their serve receive to be better, oh my goodness. Oh wow, I didn't think that was going to be able to drop in. This is a better. I'm not going to say it until after.
I'm
There we go.
surprised he went to correct there.
I don't think he had any
And when
other choices.
I mean, I would go to Leon once again, but as physio speaking, I think this tournament teaches very important thing about Moni Nicolo, that
What's up?
he's changing the physicality in the setter position, because you know, as a coach, you always focus on your athletes, you know, like not lateral athleticism, but rather than you want your athletes to be explosive, especially in wing position. And as setters, you you don't always focus on your athletes' lateral athleticism, because they will just look at the ball in that direction, and either to the backwards or to upwards, he's going to set them. But when you
I
look at Moni, he's right when he jumped, he changes momentum, and he just turned and spikes the ball very well. It's something that
Addis.
you normally see from
Yeah,
diagonals
but
or from
but
wing position.
at the same time, setting is such a skilled and smart position. Like the Moni works as being that good of an athlete as a setter because he has the skill and because he has that knowledge. If you don't have that
Exactly, but
baseline,
also
but if you don't have that baseline in skill and of knowledge, it's not going to work. And I think like especially when you look at the younger age groups, and I'll say this especially from Canada, like I see this all the time. We're like, oh, we've got this guy, he's so athletic, he's so good. Like we always end up transitioning like really good left sides. You know, he's big, you know, all this stuff, but they can't get the job done at those higher levels because like it's the same thing as you're the quarterback of that offense. You need to have so many intricate little things that just being a good athlete doesn't really change the deal. Like one of our best setters of all time is DeCecco. He's not a good athlete.
yeah,
He's a terrible athlete in so many ways, but he
exactly.
understands
You
that
know,
he understands that position so well.
I
Like
agree, but also when you know, you gave an NFL reference, and I'm going to give another one as well. You know, when Cam Newton came to NFL, do you
yeah, but
remember how he
but
changed, how
but
he changed the
what did
momentum
Cam
of
do? For sure, but what did he do? Like once again, you have to have like Cam Newton never won anything, so that's like I know he made a
But
final, but that's
because
about
of
it.
Cam Newton, likes
But
of
you have to
Lamar
have
Jackson
that.
can came. I know, but without because we had
I'm
Cam Newton, we have Lamar Jackson right now, and so because of
But
that, I
no,
think
but like that, like, but because you can go back further than that with like Michael Vick and other guys like that. Like you're always gonna have athletic guys in those positions, but like
but money is not
name
just
like
athletic.
but like name me once when like a quarterback like that has been able to be successful, right? Like same thing with Lamar, same thing with Michael Vick, same thing with Cam Newton. None of those guys ever won a Super Bowl, right? Instead, you have the absolute GOAT Tom Brady, who's just able to sit in the pocket, have good vision, and pick people off. And the same thing with Pat Mahomes now, right? Like Pat Mahomes is the
I
same thing.
know.
He sits
I
in the
mean,
pocket. He does not is not able to scramble.
I think
Correct. Wow.
Tom Brady was such a great example because in his three first NFL titles, he was a pocket quarterback. But later, especially after probably he went to vegan or after he got ACL injury, he changed how he handles his body. The Tom Brady case, in general, is an example for a lot of physios that how we handle our athletes and
For sure,
how
but
athletes
his athleticism
momentum change
didn't
after
change
certain.
anything. His athleticism
It
didn't
kind of
really change
changed.
anything. Uh,
I mean, he was more
nah,
mobile than he was in his first three Super Bowl titles.
slightly, but not really that much. I think that the setter position is like we've seen so much change, especially in the outsides and the opposite, because like the style of the game has changed. But setting position requires such a unique skill set in this sport and in a unique mentality and in a unique view of the game. And not to mention, like you can be a Gianelli type setter, you can be a Micah Christensen type setter, you can be a DeCecco type setter. And like I say those three in that order for a reason, right? Like Gianelli, arguably, and I think you'll attest to this, isn't actually a great setter in some ways, but he's a fantastic
I
volleyball
mean,
player. He does so
of
many things
course,
so well around the court, and then he also makes good decisions. He's a fantastic competitor, right? Whereas you have Micah Christensen, who's a fantastic athlete, but also a really good setter, and then on the other side you have DeCecco, who's an absolutely terrible athlete, but just a wonderful setter. So it's like I think it's like the setting position is so unique. Oh, there we go, Gochan. That's a good swing.
that was
Is
pretty.
you can't. I've always found that if you try to model a setter after another setter, it doesn't work. It absolutely doesn't work. There's
Absolutely.
been
But
so
also, I think I said it money because Money is very skilled player, very clever setter. But when you add his athleticism, his lateral athleticism to that mindset, he his threat is pretty much change entire momentum of the game. Because
100%. So that's why he's a
I'm not
unicorn.
talking about spiking. I'm not talking about only spiking. The
Oh
way
no,
he
I know what you mean.
yeah he gains momentum without jumping, and it's such a great skill in volleyball because it entirely kills the blockers. They can't read you when you not jump because
But
they look at
there's a
your movements.
100%. But there's a reason why he's a unicorn, right? There's a reason why he's a unicorn because we haven't really seen anyone like him before, and that's not just something that you can develop, right? You can't just develop. You can't just find another guy who is the son of an absolute legend who grew up in the gym, grew up watching the game, grew up playing the game, who knows the game so well, has such a great touch. Like there's just he is such a unicorn for a reason. I do think coming
But
back to this game though, I do think that Tukiye is playing much better and their offense is starting to roll a lot better here in the second set. I
because
think
they
if they if
finally started to look at Gökçen and Mirza on the offense.
I think if they can really pull things in here and start making more blocks and make a few digs as well, they can pull within that 1-2 points that's going to be needed for them to compete with Poland here.
I don't like our middle's performance so far, and I think Gitsamash must sub in immediately. Returning to topic, I must say, when you look at how volleyball got evolved in last 10 or last 15 years, I think, yes, you can't find money himself, but you can develop more laterally athletes who can play multiple positions
No.
that they can think, oh, my coach wants me to play outside, but if money can, maybe I can too, because I know a lot of great athletes just became uh, outside because their coach think, oh, you are an athletic guy, you should play outside
No,
or
I
something
sorry,
like this.
Berkay. I completely, as someone who coached for a long time, I completely disagree with that. You can't. It's really hard to develop a setter. Develop like a setter is like a goalie in hockey, is like a quarterback in football. Um, they are a unique position that requires a unique skill set and that you need something specific. And in general, those all around guys who are all around good athletes don't develop into to good setters. I mean, I could pull out like so many young Canadian prospects that we've seen do that. Um, and it just like it just hasn't been the case. I definitely disagree with that because like once again we're looking at it. You're looking at it from like a video game point of view where it's just like, well, if we could just teach him how to set, if we could just teach him how to think like a setter, and both of those things are so much harder,
Honestly, I'm
so much
saying it
harder than it looks.
exact opposite because especially in Turkish system, maybe it's different in some other systems, but we have a lot of elite setter prospects that suddenly their coach says, in order to play in national team, you need to play outside or something like this. Yiğit Gülmezoğlu was one of the best, if not the best, Turkish setter because before he got such a terrible outside. And in example like this, I think if money proves, and I think he's proving in this competition, especially that if a lot of coaches saw how money can be successful, they
I mean,
can
then
finally,
this is a very Turkish example. Like if that's gonna how you tell
yeah,
me it is in Turkey, but at the same time, you can't really tell me that you guys have elite setting prospects when Yeni Pazar is your best guy, and he's the best Turkish setter I've seen for a long time. So
I mean,
I think
yeah,
that line, I think that bar for what you're looking for is a lot higher than you actually realize. Ooh, ooh, Go Chen, that was a really nice swing.
I really
That was a
think
real.
that, I mean, we need to see club season, but Gökçen's floor and in general, Gökçen's better player than Mirza.
I could see that. I can see that for sure. Oh, Tukiye pulls one
But
back
I'm
there.
not, yeah, I'm not too sure about playing Gökçen and Mandracı together because their hitting angles are so much the same. I mean, it's not, it don't make sense to play someone who, I mean, two similar outsides together because neither of them are elite at reception. I mean, Mandracı is certainly very good at that, but their hitting angles are all the same. Their blocking rhythms are all the same. They read the game pretty much the same. It just
They
makes
look and
your
feel very similar.
yeah, and it just makes your opponent coach job very easier.
100%. Yeah, I think you need Mirza and Mandarata or Gochan out there if you're Turkey. And just like that, just as Turkey starts to pull back this game, Leon goes back to the line and absolutely bombs a serve. Oh,
Poland is going to win this. I don't think
yeah.
any team in the world can right now can beat them.
I think Italy can, but it's going to require a all-time match from Italy, and I mean that's exactly like, especially when you look at both of their wins, like their World Championship win and their Euro Volley win. In both of those cases, you had Romano, like you had Lavia, who was playing outstanding for them in both those matches. Micheletto was being Micheletto, and then Romano also stepped up with some massive serving runs throughout that. So Italy, their entire team is going to have to pull together to be able to compete with this Polish team. But I do think that the one thing that makes this Polish team so dangerous is that they have something to play for other than just winning. You know, winning should always be, oh, there we go, Addis, that's a good swing. Winning should always be like on the forefront. However, when you want to win, when you have a team that wants to win for something more, and you have players in your team that want to win not just for themselves but for someone else, to do for something for someone else, it always adds it always just makes it a little bit more special. And I think that Poland, if they're going to be rallying around wanting to win for Leon and wanting to win for Gerbic, like two legends who have yet to win a world championship, you know, it's because a lot of these other guys, like Kurek's won a world championship. Semeniuk hasn't won a world championship.
They have only two players.
Has won a.
I'm not too sure about Zalpuk, but exception of Kohanowski and Kurek, none of the other major players were on the 2018 World Championship team. So this generation of play, yeah, probably he was, but Fornal wasn't. Kamil Semenyuk wasn't.
No.
They changed their libero, so it's not Zatorski anymore. Janusz never won, but he is not here. Komenda is here. I think Komenda was backup in 2018, but I'm not too sure about it.
It was either him or one of the best setters in the world. Of course, I'm talking about what's his face, Lomatch, one of the best setters of all time, according to Clayton Lucas.
I think Clayton Lucas just confused him with Janusz at that when he said that.
I think he just read his accolades and what he's won. He was like, "Oh, well, this guy's got to be great," without actually remembering what had happened.
I mean, a lot of people does that when they look at the each of the players' Volleyball's website. Oh, he won World Championship. He was 15th player on that team.
Yeah. But I mean, like, especially for some things, it actually does make a difference. Like if you've been out there and you've won a world championship, and if you've been on a team that's won a world championship, then it's like, it's a little bit different, you know?
For sure.
Like at least you've been there and you've been through that process. But you also don't get the moniker of one of the best players of all time if you were sitting on the bench while all the other guys were winning it for you. Oh, okay.
Man, this is a big. I love this man's blocking.
This is a big push right here for Tukiye.
I mean, this is eventually what I wanted from my team. Yes, you can lose, but fight. I want to see fight, even without Mandrage. We haven't made tiebreak against USA's best team with Mandrage. It was. Do you remember who was outside in that game for Turkey side?
I know it was Mirza. Was it Mirza? And
no.
Was it the lefty?
Yes.
The lefty who used to play for Arcus?
Yeah, Burtay, our biggest legend.
Yeah.
And Burak Güngör.
Oh.
Do you know each of these two positions right now in volleyball?
No.
Both of them convert to libero.
Wow. That's crazy.
I mean, Burak Güngör is returning to be outside this year, but he played last year as libero.
But I mean, they're both getting old, right? So
exactly.
Oh,
that's why I'm saying,
that's too bad.
I know there are a lot of opposites who carry their teams entirely in men's volleyball. I mean, not as much as women's volleyball, but still.
Yeah.
I never saw anything like this when Turkey played in 2020 World Championship.
Yeah. it was definitely different. Addis was just coming onto the scene then.
I think he spent that season in Piacenza.
He did spend that season in Piacenza, and we were just starting to get to know him.
Yeah, his Monza season was unreal, but I think he had his best tenor when he was with
Leon,
Modena.
Leon.
You can't
Oh my
block this.
goodness. Oh my goodness, Leon.
You can't block this. But my question about can Italy beat Poland right now is, do you think Michelato looks like himself right now?
To be honest, I haven't really watched. Like, I didn't watch the game, um, so I can't really say if he does or if he doesn't. Um, but I think it will be interesting to watch nonetheless. Like the semifinal will be. I'm really mad that I won't be able to live stream that one. I will be way too. I will not be in a good state. I can tell you that much. Saturday morning will not be a good state for me.
I can
Ooh,
imagine.
oof,
Uh,
oof, oof.
because when I look at Italy and I watched today's match, it was terrible, but still. I saw a lot of people, especially Polish people, because they knew they will eventually play against Italy, and probably that match is going to be a final worthy match.
Yeah,
Whoever wins
that'll.
that match will win against either Bulgaria or USA. So uh,
What
I
you're already
I
you're
saw
you're already saying that whoever wins Bulgaria versus USA is gonna beat Czechia versus Iran?
yes, what a shock.
Honestly, like I there's people who are calling me stupid for picking USA to win, which is like, give your head a shake. Bulgaria has one hitter and a 19-year-old setter, or like an 18-year-old
I
setter, I think.
fear only one person on that USA team. Can you guess who?
Micah Christensen,
No. I mean,
Gabi.
Michael is awesome, but no, no.
Well, there we go, Matic. See, this is the like if Turkey can make one play here, if Baraktar can make a dig or Matic can get a big block up here, then this is going to be a chance for Turkey to get a
Exactly.
set win right now.
I don't think Blanchini can win in a coaching match against Koch.
Not no, not as the match goes on
Kill that,
though.
kill that, kill that. Ah, come on.
Oh.
They covered that very beautifully.
Oh no. Oh, they're going to call that a lift.
What?
Wow. That is an interesting call. A
Yeah.
very interesting call here.
I personally don't agree with this.
No, me neither. Although I'll be very interested to see like how long. Kurbich going back to talk about making them earn the point.
Also, like Poland and Turkey's play styles are very much the same because
Yeah.
both of the coaches run very like Yugoslavian style of volleyball right now.
I guess I guess they're both Serbian, eh?
Yes, and they were actually teammates when Poland won. I mean, when Serbia won. I know that they used to be called Yugoslavia, but in 2000 there was only Serbia and Montenegro in Yugoslavia. All of the
Yeah.
other countries got their own teams. So in 2000 they won together
Yeah.
in World Championship.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that back then it was Serbia and Montenegro because when I played in college, I lost my
Yeah,
spot to a setter who came in who had played for the Serbian and Montenegro national team, and he was a Montenegrin. That was a gross swing. by Gochan. He's
Man,
really
I
turned
love this
on here.
kid. I love this kid. They were called as Serbia Montenegro from 2003 to 2005,
Mm-hmm.
and after because of Eurovision, actually, it's a very dumb story. They split up.
Because of Eurovision. That's so
Yes,
funny. Oh, Huber. Huber with a big swing.
I want, I want Yiğit Savaş Kaplan on the court.
US will be champions, mark my words. Guys, let's be real here.
When I look at Italy, like I think Mattia is playing really well so far. Mattia can hold his own, especially when you consider how Lavia is been playing in last 2 years at national
I
team.
mean, we talked about it quite a bit last year how Botolo was looking better than Lavia.
And I eventually expected Waterloo to sub out by Luca Poro, but it didn't happen because he's just very good so far. So if
Luca Poro is really
Micheletto,
solid.
yeah, I know. If Micheletto can at least find this rhythm, I think Italy can beat Poland. But even if Micheletto plays really well, I think mentally Italy is very much. Uh,
Oh,
I don't think that was block touch.
no,
Italy
I don't think
has
so either.
mental disadvantage against another European giant houses like Poland, like France.
You think so?
When they play, yeah, I think mentally they don't match those teams very well.
Didn't Italy beat Poland in the last World Championship final?
I mean, Poland is a different team now.
Yeah. I mean, they have Leon.
I think for Nolan Semenyuk's
Yeah, no
performance
touch.
got significantly better. I need to see Gökçen's stats.
Gochan's stats here in this second set. I'm
He's
going to
our
assume.
by far best outside right now.
Yeah,
He's
not even
passing
close.
pretty shit, but it's alright. Service
Um,
shit. I like it, honestly.
Gochan has 4. Adis had 4. Mirza had 4. They really limited their errors, just not at the baseline. Actually, never mind. They made 10 errors this set. You can't be making 10 errors against Poland. That's just not going to work well. And let's see what Poland here did in set number 2. Much of the same. Wow, they earned 15 of their points, got 10 points from Tukiye, and their offense is just absolutely rolling. Semeniuk made that one
It
error. Kurek got blocked that one time. Other than that, like they're just spreading it out so nicely. Huber, 2 for 3. Semeniuk, 3 for 5. Kokonovsky, 2 for 3. Leon, 3 for 8. The only one who's lower down, but he's still got a 38% efficiency. And then Kurek, 2 for 5.
what I don't
So
understand about this Poland team is they don't pass the ball well in any of the games, but their efficiency is sky high in every single match.
yeah, well,
People
they
don't.
execute
People
really
have
well.
no idea how good Comenda is. Yes, Leon deserves every single bit of credit in Lublin's title, but also Comenda is damn good.
Hey Dev, are you giving that new one a trial? Because I know you sent me another one last night that I another collab last night that I accepted, but this one are you trialing it, and that's why you haven't collabed with me yet? Sorry, just dealing with Instagram stuff here on the stream.
Grbic never won Olympics, right?
No, no, sorry, Gerbich won Olympics. He never won the World Championships. Gerbich and Kovac won the Olympics together in 2000.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was thinking like, who can catch up Kirai's? He won everything as a coach and as a player, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
And
think
Beach.
Grbic can match it up. Yeah, I mean, Grbic
No,
obviously
Gerbich
didn't play
Gerbich never won.
beach, but
Gerbich never won a championship or a world championship as a coach or as a player.
so I have a question.
What's up?
How do you rank five women's and five men's coach for all time?
Oh shit. Uh See, here's the thing: is that I don't, off the top of my head, I don't know enough about the history of volleyball to know about like the all-time coaches. When 2 seconds, I want to hear what Slobodan and Kovac has to say here.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
çok yaşa, as we say in Turkish.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's tough to say because like in recently for like women's, you have to obviously you put Santarelli at the top, but after that I think I'd put Guidetti in number two if you look at like what he's done on the club side of things with Vakif Bank. I mean, you yourself should know he's like the winningest all time coach in Turkey and has brought so much success. Oh, El Gato! There we go. What's her name?
Dzeko.
Chico.
Yes.
What a cute kitty. Just out here hanging out.
Dzeko, say hi.
Out. If we could get a meow, that'd be awesome.
Dzeko, for some reason, is not meowing. I mean, she can,
No?
but she only does it when she's hungry.
Oh, and then she doesn't shut up, eh?
Not really. She's very quiet, Calico.
Ugh. Woo, Mirza!
Was it out?
Oh, that's too bad. I thought that was a really nice swing.
I mean, I can't blame Mirza for this match because he's playing very much injured. But in general, I have efficiency problems with Mirza's game. Yes, he's hitting very well. He's having some great numbers, but he's not hitting that efficiently.
No, eh? Yeah, I tend to agree. The that's like it was the same thing with obviously Andaracha was injured, but I didn't find that he was hitting too efficiently either throughout this one.
I mean, this tournament, yes, but Mandraju in general in Superliga and in when you look at his Arcas career as well, he was always having like close to 35 to 42 efficiency numbers. That's very
Yeah,
much solid for an outside.
that's very fair. I'm very excited to watch him play in the club season. That is just an absolute disgusting pipe play there by Semeniuk. And Bediran, of course, you're gonna have to go up with a full. That's a tough position for Lagumja to be in, because like Addis has to pick, like, do you prioritize Leon or do you step over and you're gonna help with the pipe?
Prioritize Leon. Even he's not getting the ball, prioritize him.
Yeah, you have to prioritize Leon.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, I think when I look at Piacenza, I said this a couple of times in Discord and people didn't very much agreed with me, but I think Piacenza in general will have such a down season this year. I don't like their
Yeah,
roster.
I tend to agree.
I mean, Bovalenta used to be good, but I don't rate him that high right now. And he didn't play 2 seasons as a starter in last 2 seasons, so I don't know how much can they trust him. And Lucas Bergman, I mean, I don't. Yes, they signed Lucas Bergman because they knew Mar was going to leave, but I don't like pairing Mandaracı with Lux Bergman.
No, Bergman's gonna have a tall order to play against. Oh, net touch, net touch. It always seems to be the same referees in these matches, eh?
I mean, even without net touch, it was very much our point.
Was it? Was it going to be out? Oh yeah, it was going to be out. Yeah, either way, Turkish point for sure.
Great serve.
Steven, I don't think I I'm not deleting any comments out here. I'm not even watching the YouTube chat. I'm making a thumbnail so I can clip out the USA clip from yesterday and put it up on YouTube while I watch the match. So if it says that your message was retracted, only you can do that. If I would have deleted it, it would have said message deleted.
By the way, I
Ooh,
have no idea
Matic.
how you guys read comments while commentating on the matches. It's very hard, and I can't do it.
It's just strong, you know, it's kind of like middle blocking. You have to have strong eye discipline, you know. You need to know exactly where to go at all times, just a little quick little look. You know, it's kind of like reading road signs as you're driving. Oh, that's a good touch. There's a good chance
Go
here.
to pipe. Go to pipe. Okay, this works.
Mirza. Nice. No, I don't think you want to go for pipe in that situation, because like Poland's blocking is really bunched. Like
Yeah,
Kurek was right there, and that was a really good call, because that they pushed that set all the way out, and Huber wasn't able to get there, and that's ultimately why they got that point.
great serve.
Tukiye just needs a little bit of
Oh,
belief here. Like a big play,
yeah.
a big block will do it. Oh, again! Swing on
Gökşen.
that. Give it to Leon again. No. Semeniuk. Oh, I think
Out?
that's out.
No,
Oh, no, he hit it. He hit it. He
that's
hit
not
it.
out. That's not out.
I am voting. I do want Tukiye to win at least one set, both so you can have a little bit of elation. Got what my Canadian guys didn't get against you guys. But also because that's what I said. My call was going to be 3-1 in favor of Poland. And I want to go perfect 4-for-4 in my predictions here.
Great.
Oh,
Ah,
wow.
come on, this.
That's there's one big thing that I can see that Tukiye is really missing here, and that's that coverage. Like Bayraktar just watches. There's no shift. There's no cover. He doesn't react until after that ball is hit. And that's like it's those type of structure pieces that Tukiye is still missing. And you could see the reaction of Kovac on the outside, on the side of the court too, like understanding and knowing that was a ball that needed to be up. What the fuck happened there?
What the fuck was that?
Oh my goodness. That was terrible. That just really sucked. Right now for Tukiye, it's just all about execution.
Yeah, I mean, let me check this. Our we have 52% attacking, but only 27% efficiency, and that perfectly sums up, I think, our game in general. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
we have a lot of great spikers on each of the positions, but without Efe, I think it's not a balanced option.
Yeah. Oh, much better. That's really good defensive positioning by Gochan.
Great, great.
That's a really good response from Turkey. I like that. I like that a lot.
Like I explained in my article, I think Turkey's game plan very much revolves around having both Adis and Mandraj on the court together. Great.
Ooh.
Also, I'm looking forward to how Sedik will adapt into Superliga because, I mean, when was the last time you watched Sedik?
Yeah, I do think. Sorry, 2 seconds. Oh. Sorry, what was the question again?
When was the last time you watched Sedik?
No, I haven't watched Sadiq really since he played in Ottawa. What is it, last summer or 2 summers ago?
Two
At the
summers
DNL.
ago, I think.
Yeah. Oh.
From
Oh
what I
no.
heard, he haven't had a great season in France either, and he's not on national team this season. He didn't
Wow.
play any of U21 World Championship either.
Wow. Really? Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, he was generally always referred as best middle of the 2004 to 2007 generation, but I haven't saw that guy playing in last 2 years actually.
Okay. Oh, error from Leon. Rare. Rare, rare, rare. I'm still pushing for, well, I mean, there's two parts of this. I'm pushing for Turkey to win a set, both for you and all of our Turkish fans out there. And then also for my predictions. But the other half of this is I wouldn't mind this to be a quick one because I did not sleep well last night and I'd like to maybe go back to bed. It's not
Even
cold, but
though,
it's a rainy day in Toronto.
yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
even though it's 4 p.m. in Turkey right now, I am really sleepy as well for some reason, and I can have a Turkish coffee myself as well.
Oh, Turkish coffee. Oh, I've only had the pleasure of having a Turkish coffee a couple of times. I worked at a Mediterranean. It was supposed to be Turkish inspired, but when I
Yeah,
worked there, the chef was Italian, so they made it more. He was Italian and Greek, half and half, as
yeah.
we have a lot of that in Canada. So it was more of a Mediterranean style restaurant. Oh no, that was oh, that was a missed opportunity there for Tukiye. But we
Yeah.
had a Turkish coffee like machine or setup, with the
Hmm.
heating the sand and everything, and it's just when it was made well, oh, so good. Does that is
I
that
have
is
a
that just normal
straight.
coffee for you guys?
Not really, because I mean we always have one or two Turkish coffee every single day, but you know it's very quick to drink that. Like in
Yeah,
couple of sips, it's over. So
yeah.
when we, like meet with our friends or something like this, we usually order either filter coffee or latte americano or something like that, like this, because
Okay.
you can drink it longer.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, when I went to, oh, come on,
Oh
guys,
my
that
goodness.
was that was not good.
Real quick, I'm just going to answer a question in the chat. Kasser Sharp, efficiency is the amount of kills you have, so the amount of attack points you have, minus the amount of errors you make in attack, divided by your total attempts. So a kill percentage would just be straight up kills or points divided by attempts to determine, how many sets you're scoring points. But efficiency is when you have your kills, but then you minus out the amount of errors you're making. So it's actually, it's the percentage of times you're actually scoring and helping your team in attack. Do you guys drink a lot of coffee in Turkey?
Yeah. I mean, we are generally a tea country rather than coffee, but every single Turkish person I know who likes coffee drink at least one cup of Turkish coffee every single day.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta come to
Uh,
Turkey.
you I mean, uh, is it the same week we host Vienna with you guys host Women's Vienna?
Yeah, I think so. First week.
Usually we host it first week, but this year we host it in second week
Well,
because
as
players and pretty much everyone, media complained as well, saying that you guys going to play with A team when we host it, and if you host it in first week, we won't give any chance to our younger
yeah,
prospects. So, literally, players, staff, and media went to Turkish Federation and said it don't host it in first week, so we
yeah.
can give some chance to our prospects.
Ooh, there we go, Marissa. Nice little pipe run there. Unfortunately, as of now, I am not allowed to go to VNL. I'm still blacklisted by the FIVB.
I mean, not even as
Uh,
spectator.
I mean, a spectator is one thing, but I'm not spending money to go as a spectator. Like it needs to
Yeah,
be a business.
probably.
It needs to be a business thing for me as well. So, yeah. Um, I even tried to I even tried to do a live stream for Volleyball Canada, and they said no because of my current status with Volleyball World and the FIVB. So, um, yeah. Although I will be in Europe this year during club season, so I'm going to try to see if maybe I can do a tour of a few different countries, especially with Guidetti coaching at Vakif Bank, and now he's also hired TJ Sanders as well to coach with him at Vakif Bank. So I think there's an opportunity there to head over to Vakif Bank and check things out.
I think if you message from at least people, Guidetti would answer it. I think
Oh,
their facility is,
I have Guidetti's number, so it's not an issue.
yeah. You need to see their facility.
So I've heard it's really really nice. So I mean, I'd like to do a little bit of that and just do some stories on volleyball. So we'll see how she goes. Ooh,
When Guidetti first came to Turkey, first thing he did was, your facility is shit. And he basically modeled that facility by himself.
yeah.
And I think if you want to watch a women's match, honestly, I would say watch Fenerbahçe versus Galatasaray rather than Vakıfbank versus Fenerbahçe.
Really?
I mean, it's a multi-sport derby.
Yeah, I guess when you're talking about that, it's a much bigger derby.
Yeah. And on men's volleyball, I think Fenerbahçe versus no, Galatasaray versus Zira uh, actually sounds very well for this year. Luckiest luck ever.
Natalie Smith. I mean, it's a long and complicated story, in a lot of ways. But what it comes down to is I made some comments about some referees that, in general, the FIVB did not appreciate during the VNL. They also said that I did things like post match footage and take videos during matches, which is really funny because we were the only media people in Chicago who weren't doing that, and at that point it was our my third week of VNL, and I had posted zero match footage, and while others were completely allowed to post literally whatever they wanted and got millions of views and no one said anything, and yet anytime I took my phone out, I had people get mad at me. There was one point where I had Volleyball World staff, and I also worked for Volleyball World like previously up
Prior,
until prior. Like I worked with them until April, and then this happened in June. So these are all people that I knew and had worked with. And the reality is that they didn't know any of the other media people. So there was a moment where I was standing on stairs looking for players who I wanted to interview, still like within, and they were like running over, being like, Everett, you can't go anywhere. While there was other media people with the same armband as me on the court live streaming. And then they also said, oh yeah, that I didn't sit in the designated media area, where I spent the entire first day watching from the media area as the only, well, Rob and I were the only people in the media section in the Chicago arena. And it wasn't until the second day that we went and sat down with literally all the other media people who were down there. And yeah, although I will say I'm not discrediting. You can go check out my apology. My comments were offside, and at the end of the day, it's 15 years of covering volleyball. That's my one egregious out of line situation in that moment. I was pretty heated, and I was out of line. Like I won't disagree with that. But yeah, it kind of goes down to like a lot more things. And yeah, that's why I'm currently blacklisted by the FIVB. And I will say, and I've said this before, that the volleyball world did defend me in that situation. However, it was an FIVB call to pull away our passes, which they have the right to do. And so that's why you'll see people asking for Rob. Rob, after that, did not enjoy that. That's not something that I'll get into. That's his choice. And yeah, that's why I'm now banned. At the moment, I'm banned from international FIVB events, even though last year I was arguably their top creator. But it is what it is. I could go into a lot more about how Volleyball World treated me over the course of my tenure with them, but we don't really need to open up that can of worms at the moment. Here, as Poland is within 3 points of taking this match in a nice little 3-dong.
Poland is just very great team to root for, I think.
Yeah, they are. Oh my goodness. They're just going to finish this up here. Natalie
Yep.
Smith, it wasn't constructive criticism. I usually I do that, and this is like the one time where I personally attacked someone for no reason, called them names that I shouldn't have, and I was out of line. Like I will not doubt that, and that's why I had no problem apologizing, because even like the next morning after I woke up, I was like, oh my goodness, this serving run
That
for
was
Kokonovsky
sweet.
to finish things off. Even in the
There's
next
a
morning, I
reason
woke
I
up.
said it.
Yeah, but yeah, just to finish it up, like even that morning when I woke up, I knew that I had been out of line and regretted what I had said. And yeah, but it's just funny that the other things, because they made it seem like I had been such a nuisance the entire time, and yet we were literally the only ones who were trying to behave within the lines. Because once again, volleyball world in general is quite lazy when it comes to their jobs, and uh, in the same vein that they made me take down my film review of the Superlega playoffs, using volumetrics footage, even though there's other people who have posted that entire match on YouTube, and a simple search would have found it for them.
I'm just going to sum up this game and I think future of Turkish volleyball as well to a certain
Let's
degree.
let's hear it.
I think best thing Kovac done was basically given these guys an opportunity to prove themselves, and we finally had a coach who believes in this team, and rather than focusing on will they fire me, like Kovac
Yeah,
never prioritized himself. He just says, I want money, and that's all. Because he's
yeah,
not a cheap coach. That's why he left Serbia. But he always said these guys have potential. He prioritized praising them and prioritized criticizing them as well. And he approached it like a both as a father figure to someone cover them, but also as a Balkan kind of way of having a father figure. It
and
means
it
a
seems
lot.
like you
And
you guys really respond well to like the Balkan style, like especially with how many Balkans are on your team. Like I feel like that really resonates with your team. No,
I mean, Turkey is part of Balkans as well.
true. You're right.
So I think our emotional kind of response as a country is very much resonates with what Serbian coaches are doing in general. I mean, the best ever Turkish coach we had in basketball was exception of Ergin Ataman, who's a Turkish coach, was Tangevic, who was a Serbian coach. We have in pretty much all of the sports, except soccer. We usually performs better with Italian coaches in soccer because of like shared history and the approach of the game, approach of
Yeah.
life as well. I think Serbian coaches very much can match with our team culture well. And
Okay.
I think he very much built a great system around FM Andrade and Adis Lagumji, and it's going to be like this until 2030 or something like this. In next 5 to 6 years, it's going to be in this core of players because they are not that old. Exception
Yeah.
of like first thing I think he should change for next season is Matic is not reliable option. I love Matic.
No.
He's awesome person. He's also personality, but I don't think in modern volleyball you can have that not so athletic huge guy as a middle blocker. Right now, when you look at likes of Adustin Loza or someone like that, it's like him. It's mobile middles era in world of volleyball. So I think Savaş Kaplan can very much replace him. He's ready for this opportunity. And after Yiğit Savaş Kaplan, Matt Juji, a Fenerbahçe prospect, can step up as well. And outside of that, I think Mandıracı, Mirza, and Gökçen trio each year will become better. Will they need some experience. And I think Mirza working with Kovac in club season will do wonders for him as well.
Yeah.
Uh, I think we have great group of guys, but we need some depth around them. We need second libero. We need better studied middle, and we need some depth around this team as well. A lot of injured guys will return like Khan, like Efe Bayram, but also I think there is nothing. I mean, I'm just very much excited for next VNL, and I'm just hungry for all the world ranking points we are going to get.
Yeah, I mean, how would you characterize Turkiye's World Championships in as a whole? It's your
I,
best performance ever at the World Championships?
yeah, I think we finished sixth, and when you consider it, sixth was best results of women's team until this year. It's very much great results for us. So all I can say is this is a great place to start, but of course this is not the end for for this country, and especially for Eurovolley, I think we can only become better than this.
Now, at Eurovolley, there's going to be spots opened up for the Olympics. Do you
We can't
think
win it, man.
Turkey?
It's not
No, okay.
happening.
I had to ask. You don't think you're going to be better than France or Poland or Italy?
Depends on who they can bring, and if we can stay healthy. It's a huge problem for us historically.
Fair.
So, I mean, we have a chance to win every single match if Addis and Efe is there, but also we are talking about a team who just got three dollars off, so it's not going to be easy as well.
That's fair. That's fair.
But all I want for next year is top 10 place in world ranking. You know how
Um,
much valuable world ranking points it's for Olympics, right?
yeah, I do know
And
how valuable.
you just need to win Cuba to get Olympic spots. It's
Well,
not fair, man.
yes and no. See, the thing is, the U.S. is also in that tournament, so we could end up with a situation, and because it's a Norsika tournament too, and it will be hosted in Canada, which is the benefit of it. Because it is a Norsika tournament too, we could have a situation where U.S. plays Cuba in the semifinal, or like we play the U.S. in the semifinals, and Cuba has to play like Mexico or Puerto Rico in the
Oh,
semifinals,
right.
and
Right, yeah.
and just because they finished higher than us. Now, I do think that the rankings should make it so that it's like USA 1, Canada 2, Cuba 3. So we should play Cuba in the semis a lot like
Yeah.
we did back in 2023. But there's still that. And then also to, you know, actually that's not true. I'm thinking too much back. Like in 2016, we had a beautiful opportunity to qualify directly to Brazil, and we didn't. We got three dong absolutely throttled by Cuba in a match that we weren't really expecting to. I want to hear what Kovac has to say here. Slobodan not too happy with some of the guys coming in off the bench for you guys, eh?
I mean, he's right. Jafar passed the ball terribly. I mean, he only passed it one time, but still. And I don't know why he got subbed in Ahmet Tümer in third set. I don't like Ahmet Tümer. Everyone knows it. Uh, but in general, I mean, I can't blame Mirza. He's injured, but 7% efficiency, really, bro. All I
Yeah.
can blame for this match is middles. Both of them were shit.
All of them, eh?
But yeah, But I mean, it's Poland and they have best middle duo in the world, so it's not like they were going to have a great game either. So I can't blame them as well. Bediran had awesome tournaments, such a great comeback from terrible VNL teams,
Yeah.
and Marco is just doing his best. I mean, I think he's just doing his best, and it's what he can bring to the table. So I can't blame him as well. He's doing his best.
Yeah, I mean, Matic was 4 for 5 in this match. He
Yeah,
got 3 block touches, didn't get any stuffs. Bediran was not as good. He was 3 for 7 with 0 stuffs and only 1 touch. So Matic was a much better option in this match, both defensively and offensively for Turkey.
and I think the serve efficiency numbers just perfectly sums up this match for us because we were ranked first before this game, and we were ranking 0.3% efficiency as a team, and this match it's 24% negative efficiency. It just like it just confirms how important FA is for this team because that team was having more aces than errors in the tournament.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. Like FA is fantastic. When you guys aren't playing us, Berkai, I really like your team. I have to say it. Like when you're not playing us,
I
I
mean,
uh, I
I
I really
share this
like your team.
opinion with you as well. Like James said it multiple times. All of the guys on Canadian national team used to be our heroes when we watch Arcas.
Yeah.
So I will always have huge respect for what Glenn done for us and
Hmm.
what Canada about to bring to world volleyball as well. Because you guys going to have, I think, four of your usual starters next year, right?
If not 5, we'll see. We'll see. Mar is retired,
I mean,
but
even Mar is retired. Uh, what's the Halkbank guy? I forgot his name.
Brody Hofer. Yeah, Brody
Yeah,
Hofer is
Brody
going to be
Hofer.
playing for.
Yeah, Bro
Yeah.
Hofer is coming back. Löpke is coming back.
Yep.
Uh, I don't think Bannon Evans will start next season. Arthur
We'll
will
see.
probably get it back.
So here's the thing. Like this is another thing too. But like, I don't know. Arthur, like it's gonna be Arthur or Schwan, or even Xander. Like for once, we have 3. Like I've never seen a an opposite battle like this. Like even back in the day when it was Gavin and Dallas, Dallas
I mean,
Sunius.
because Gavin was there,
Yeah.
Gavin was going
Uh,
to be started.
Yeah. Sis Mar was absent for Canada. Same thing with Lepke. Same thing with Denny Demyanenko, who was arguably one of our best middles. Like we're also forgetting Demyanenko in this, who's going to be going to play for Varsovia this year.
But
All of them, all of
is
them were becoming
Demyanenko
fathers
get
this year.
starting spot back from Kofi?
That's another thing
That's
too.
the question.
That's the question. But still, you have Kofi, you have McCarthy, and you have Demyanenko. That's 3 elite middles. Like that's 3 guys who can play at that top level. You have Schwartz. Hell, let's move Schwartz. Let's like maybe we just only take like 3 middles, 2 outsides, and then Schwartz who can play both. That I think would be funny.
Yeah.
And fun. But yeah, Mar was becoming a father or became a father this summer, so he decided to take his time away from the national team. As he told me, he's been with this program now for. I think he joined the program for the first time in 2016. And he played for Glenn, he played for Antigua, he played for Glenn again, and he played for Thomas. 4 coaches in that span, and he wanted to take some time off for his now starting a family. And the same thing with Lepke. He's becoming a father for the second time, bringing his second child into the world. Demyanenko was the same thing. Schwartz took some time off. Brody Hofer was sick before this tournament. So, yeah, just missing some pieces there for that. So I don't know. Polish sausage in the chat is saying that if the Turkish players weren't injured, it would have been 3-0 for Tukiye, and I don't even think Berkay is that crazy to think that.
I mean, you saw my article. I was expected to
Yeah,
lose either way.
yeah. Ultimately, like I think that Turkey might have been, like I think that Turkey is a bigger breakout team at this tournament than Belgium.
I agree. I mean,
Like
yeah,
if
Ferre is awesome. Their young libero is awesome. Deru is perfect veteran for this team. But when you look at not individual, but as a team, Turkey is just better team than Belgium right now.
yeah, for sure, all around Turkey is a better team than Belgium. Oh, did we lose you? You are frozen here. I'm just going to answer some. Oh no, there you're back. Natalie Smith. The USA is planning to bring back all of those players. Like DeFalco's just taking the summer off. Matt Anderson is just taking the summer off. Jayski is just taking the summer off. Aaron Russell's just taking the summer off. Not entirely sure what Holt is going to be doing, but I think you've got some good options down the middle. I would assume that David Smith is done and probably won't be playing in LA. I'd assume Holt will be though. So US is really just like if that's why I think that this tournament, if they're able to make a run to the finals, which they haven't been able to do with all of their stars, is really quite amazing. It would be really awesome for that program in general.
Honestly, I have an opinion about USA. They
Oh
chose
yeah, hit me.
wrong season to rest everyone.
Why? This is the best season
I
to
know,
rest
I
everyone.
know this is yeah, but I know this is post-Olympic season and it makes perfect sense.
But
But when you look at
it's also not the team's choice. It's the athlete's choice. First and
yeah,
foremost,
yeah,
it's the athlete's choice.
of course. But if everyone was there, especially when you consider how Poland and Italy are. I mean, Poland is not that tired up, but
But
Italy is
that's
pretty
just
much,
short sighted, though. It's just short sighted.
yeah.
They don't care about winning a world championships in 2025, right? I've said
I
it.
think
I've said it before.
athletes like Micah really cares because when Micah ends his career, people look at his acknowledges and what he wins. And, because Micah spent last 3 seasons in Russia, he don't have Champions League right now. And I don't think he will win it with Verona either. He don't have major Italian or Polish title. He don't have World Championship. He don't have Olympic gold. People will look at these things as well, and especially for Micah. And I believe that's why Micah chose to return. Micah wants every single, uh, even if it's bronze, even if it's silver, he wants to win every single thing he can possibly win.
Yeah, but I don't think that Micah didn't come back to win a world championship here. Micah came back to be a part of this team and to play with this team, but also to be like a guiding factor and to help this young team move forward. I think we're even seeing it like as I've talked about, their offense has not been clicking the way that it should have so far.
Yeah,
I think that's like, we still haven't seen the best version of their offense. So yeah, I think that it's more about I think Micah loves to play volleyball. I think that's the long and short of it. I know that Shoji, for me, he's told me personally that he's like, I don't like to take time off. I want to be playing all the time.
I mean for
And
libero it makes sense because it's all about the
for
rhythm.
sure,
When you lose your
for sure,
rhythm, you just drop down
yeah.
significantly.
I mean, like
And
Shoji was even talking about that because they lost in their Plusliga season so early with Zaxa. He didn't play week one of VNL. He had all of that time at home, and then even he was talking about it on TikTok. It's like I haven't played in a few
yeah,
weeks, and all of a sudden I feel like I'm terrible.
and what I don't like about a lot of teams, especially Turkey did this as well. Uh, they bring some young talents, but they don't play those young talents with A team guys. And especially if you're wing players, I think you need to be play with your main setter in national team.
Yeah,
And some teams just does it, especially like France as well. Oh, you guys will play with Amir Tizi, but Amir Tizi won't play with Cleveno or Engapet or Patri. Or, I mean, its main reason I think Amir Tizi's uh, adaptation to the national world stage was pretty harsh this year because he didn't
he played
spend
with Kevino.
time with,
He had Clevino.
yeah, but still. And especially for outsides that they have so much pressure on reception, especially, they can deal with offensive side of things, but when you have a young libero next to you or another young outside next to you,
Mm-hmm.
you can't possibly match up with, like big guys against big guns in a major match. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, bringing youngster to whole first week makes sense, but I think coming from second week, if you develop a setter, that setter should play with 18. If you are going to another young outside, that outside should play with your best reception unit.
Yeah, I think once again, I think you're talking in a perfect world. There's a lot of personal things that come into
Yeah,
these things
of
as well
course.
too. Um, the reality is that if you have your A team guys available and willing, like you're going to go with them. And then also at the same time, like you're going to go with the best that you can. You know, I think it was super valuable for France to have Tiziwalu and Chaboissin out there for at least one of the weeks, you know, in the VNL this year, and to get to feel what it is, because there's there's so much more about playing international volleyball than just gaining that chemistry with your players on the floor. And arguably that kind of stuff can happen at practice as well too. But there's so much more that has to do about playing, you know, in that environment under the lights against international competition, seeing international competition, seeing different kinds of international competition. You know, understanding what, especially when it comes to VNL, understanding what the rhythm of that event is like, understanding what the travel is like, and everything else. So there's so many things that comes for me, anyways, that comes into being a factor when these young guys are coming into VNL for the first time.
I'm looking at interviews players are given right now, and
Real quick,
this is
Polish
saying
sausage. Sorry, go ahead, Bukai.
this is not our volleyball. We haven't played our best volleyball, and because of that, I'm really sad because we wanted this match to be competitive, but without FA, it's of course much harder.
Yeah.
Uh, he congratulates Poland and he talked about next year, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
Uh,
So as you're reading this, I'm going to answer. So Polish sausage. This is actually my Rock Bottom Movement hoodie. Rock Bottom Movement is my partner's dance company, award-winning dance company, and on the back, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I hope so. Is actually my partner in a rat suit. The rat suit was used for. The rat suit is actually a character called Mr. Meeks that was used for one of their award-winning productions called Sex Dalmatian. This is a very niche Toronto dance answer, but I got to give a shout out to my girl.
and looking at others, Berkay said it. We didn't play like we played whole tournament, and it's disappointing to not match with world number one as well. But in general, I think when I look at all of the interviews, they are just saying how excited they are for next season, and this is only the beginning. They mentioned.
Yeah, I think I think, you know, as I've said before, like after the way you guys played against us at the World Championships, I was expecting you guys to have a better VNL than you did in 2023. I was expecting you to have a much better VNL than you did this year in 2024. And now we're finally getting to see, I think, the potential of Turkish volleyball out there. And I think it's exciting, you know, when another team is just adding depth to what we're seeing. And I think that's exactly what we've seen throughout this tournament, is that you've seen three teams specifically add depth to this tournament in Belgium, Tukiye, and Czechia. So I think it's an exciting time right now. I think Euro Volley next year is going to be real interesting, especially with like
Especially
all of
when
the
you
upsets.
consider, yeah,
Yeah, all the upsets going on right now. Oh, it's going to be fun.
and
Excuse me.
like teams like I know France, Italy, and Poland will all eventually go to Olympics, but having your place secured is another thing. And uh, yes, Polish players won Eurovolley. Italian players won Eurovolley as well recently, but it used to be, last time France won, it was like 2019 or something like this.
For Eurovolley, they won in 2015.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of French players will want revenge after what happened this year.
Yeah, but they're going to be a different team. They'll be a very different team after this year. You know, France is going to be retooling. I mean, maybe we'll see some of those comebacks after this disappointment, but I doubt
I
it.
mean, Patry is coming back. Irvin is coming back. He didn't got
Irvin,
retired,
no,
everyone.
Irvin retired. Yeah,
He didn't. He
yeah,
mentioned he got retired.
yeah.
Where?
I, it,
Where did?
Chat, can you guys confirm, did Irvin retire?
I think
We'll
it's
see.
just a rumor, and he didn't say anything about it.
Yeah. So right now, because the other part of like qualifying for the Olympics is going to be that world ranking, right? And we'll
Yeah,
see a bunch of teams qualify. Well, we'll see a few teams qualify directly through the zonal competitions. One team from Europe, one team from North, one team from South America, one team from Asia, one team from Africa. Unfortunately,
yeah.
so it'd be like Poland and Italy. USA is already qualified, so they won't have to worry about that. Brazil will most likely win the South American Championships, as Argentina won't have to Checo anymore, and Kukartsev is garbage.
Wait a second. Deshoko confirmed it.
Pardon?
Did Deshoko confirmed it? I don't think
I mean,
Deshoko confirmed that he's retiring because I saw Instagram comments in Volleyball World's own website. I think in on Instagram account that he will sign for return. He commented coming back emoji or something like this.
okay, interesting, interesting.
I think, especially for European teams, the battle will be against Slovenia, Germany, Bulgaria, Serbia, Turkey, Belgium, and Ukraine. Those
A lot
teams,
of the,
especially when you consider how, like, only like 20 points separates Canada to Turkey right now. And it's going to be very huge Olympics
yeah,
rivalry against those teams.
yeah. That's not like there's basically only like 40 points that separate Argentina in 8th and Turkey in 14th. So there's a big logjam there right in the middle of Argentina, Canada, Germany, Bulgaria, Cuba, Serbia, Turkey. And then Belgium and Iran are still sitting there right there as well too. So we're definitely gonna have some teams who are going to be left out of the next Olympics.
I'm really curious about, like when you look at Germany, they are Grosser is not retired, and he said it multiple times. Uh,
Um,
like,
Martina Lugli. I did talk about USA versus Bulgaria last night, and I am uploading that clip from my preview last night as we speak. So very shortly, like within the next 5 minutes, actually no, 10 minutes. There's 9 minutes left on the upload. You'll be able to watch my thoughts on USA versus Bulgaria. I just think that I did a much better job at previewing that one, but I do think that is a massive opportunity for both of these teams in tomorrow's quarterfinal match.
I'm really curious about how Germany, Serbia, and Ukraine, those teams are not young. These are veteran teams. How they can protect their world ranking points or get a little bit better to get Olympic spots against teams like Romania, who will only get younger.
But
Bulgaria, I mean,
Germany is pretty young, and I mean like I know that both Kujundžić and Peric are young. Same thing with Masulovic. They just like Serbia doesn't really have a setter. How old is
Kurundjic is
Dražimovic?
like 28. Miran is like 28.
Is he?
I'm
Dražimovic
checking.
is 31.
Yeah, he's 28. And Pavle Peric is 27. They are not young. They are not that young. They won't get any better.
I mean, Serbia is still a volleyball country. I still
Of
believe
course, but
in Serbia.
when you look at their U20, U22, U18 results, I mean, we play Balkan Championship against them, and I don't think they have any. I mean, they have some young pieces who can contribute, but they don't have any star prospects right now.
That's fair.
Only guy I can mention is Kalpinak, but I don't see that superstar potential in him either.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think Serbia's stock is definitely falling, and definitely falling like quicker than we expected. What is the ceiling, do you think, of Turkiye to reach within the next 2 to 3 years in the world ranking?
I want
Polish
us
sausage. No,
to be.
you're not old. I'm 33 and I'm old.
I think top 10 is certainly possible when you look at only 20 point divides those countries. I think Federation must host one of the VNL weeks, and it should be in Ankara, not in Istanbul. It should be in Ankara. Ankara is a men's volleyball city.
Okay. Yeah, because Halkbank and Ziraat are both in Ankara, right?
Yep, yep. Istanbul is women's volleyball city, and Istanbul in general, our best, like all of the teams who plays in club volleyball plays their matches in Anatolian side of Istanbul. When you consider 20 million people lives in Istanbul, and most of the people lives in a European side, as for a lot of people, yes, they are very much interested in volleyball. They watch volleyball in television, they watch volleyball on YouTube, but they don't attend the games because the stadium is very far away from where they live.
Ah, okay.
Probably Sinan Erdem will host VNL if we host it again in Istanbul, and Sinan Erdem is in such a great place. But it's usually a basketball facility because it hosts like close to 15,000. It can host 15,000 people. And volleyball stadiums are usually around like 5,000 to 10,000, between
Yeah.
5,000 to 10,000.
But you
So
don't think you could? You don't think for women's volleyball you could fill out 15,000 in Tukiye? I think you could. I absolutely think.
I mean, we easily can. We already did this year, but when you look at men's volleyball, they can't do it.
Yeah. No, men's volleyball can't. For sure not. Not in Turkey.
I mean, in Ankara, yes. I think we played one match in. I think it was in Malatya that we sold out 10,000 people in Eurovolley qualifiers this year. But Istanbul is a different story because in smaller cities, of course, Ankara is not a small city, but they think it as an international event that they are coming to support Turkey. They are not
Yeah.
coming to support Turkish men's national team.
Yeah.
That's the difference. I think hosting Biennale in Ankara will do wonders for men's team.
I hope so. I really do. I really do. Natalie Smith, no, there is no age limit on anything at the Olympics. The best go, regardless of age. I think there's an age minimum. I think you have to be at least 16, but yeah, there's no age limit.
Yeah. Especially when you consider not in Summer Olympics, but in Winter Olympics, when you look at skate sports, a lot of athletes start pro when they are like 13 or something. They start very early.
Well, it's actually mostly for gymnastics, because at gymnastics
Yeah,
we were seeing like China send like 12-year-olds, which I think is
that's
just
why
really detrimental.
they just increased that gap, because especially in gymnastics, like we all know Simone Biles' story, but in Winter Olympics
Yeah.
as well, in skating, a lot of athletes are having mental breakdowns. like there was a Russian athlete who was like 14 who used
Yeah.
doping. They used doping on a 14-year-old girl.
Well, that girl definitely didn't know it. That was just the whole Russian situation over there.
I
But
mean, if you
I
watch
think that
Icarus, athletes very much know it.
that at your 14, I'm not. I don't think so. Because like even then, like you hear about hockey players, Canada, big hockey country, so I listen to a lot of hockey stuff, and hockey players who go to Russia, and you're playing for your team, and they just hand you something. They're like, take this, and you're like, what is this? And they're like, don't worry about it, just take it. So, and I mean, like, the reality is that the U.S. loves to act all high and mighty about it, but they do the exact same thing. They just hide it differently. So,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
it is all it
I mean,
is all the
even
same bullshit.
when you look at cycling, the world's best cycler right now is a Slovenian. I forgot his name. He did not came to Olympics because he didn't wanted to get have doping test. A lot of athletes in a lot of major sport does this. They
Yeah,
dominate their individual sport, but they don't come to Olympics.
yeah, yeah. That is what it is. All right. Well, Burkai, I really appreciate you coming on once
Same.
again. Sorry for the result of your team, but ultimately, I think you should be really happy and proud of the way
I
your
mean,
team has played over at this World
I think
Championships.
for all of the Turkish people, we wanted to make quarterfinals. That was best we could hope for. And after Efe got injured, I think we all lowered our expectation as a whole. So the pleasure is
Yeah.
mine, by the way.
No, thank you very much. If you guys haven't, if you're a part of the Discord, make sure you're part of the Discord. Go down to the link below. And then also, as you're doing that in the Discord, Berkay posts, he has a Substack where he posts articles about the FIVB and other things in the Turkish national team. And I definitely suggest you go check it out. I think it's some awesome writing, and it's definitely worthwhile. And then also really appreciate all of you for coming in here and joining us for this watch along. Tomorrow morning, I will also do USA versus Bulgaria. That big matchup. There, as of right now, in any moment, my preview that I did for USA Bulgaria in last night's show episode will be uploaded onto the YouTube. So if you want to go check that out, you can. And yeah, thank you very much, everyone. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Okay, have a great night. Oh. Adios.